Oh, before the evidence, we've got a GoFundMe. Excellent news. There we go. Boom. Too disabled to work. But would you look at that? My roommate's been outed as a groomer. Give me $10,000 now, please. I can't believe you're saying I assaulted you by touching your ass and your boobs. Oh my God, everyone's been as well, of course.
It's okay. I just... No.
Oh.
No, it's okay.
I want to be better. I want to do better. I want to do
You
better.
can't come back from this.
I became friends with a 14-year-old after I made a mental note to myself to not become friends with minors again. I shared...
I've made a mental note to not be friends with minors again. Anyway, someone of indeterminate gender. I'm not sure what gender they are, trans, etc. No clue. Their life hangs in the balance. Apparently there's some grooming involved. Let's find out in yet another Rate Review. So this is called My Roommate Groomed a 14-year-old. I Need Help. Off to a good start. Let's see what happens.
Okay, I have to be kind of quiet because Cindy is in the other room because she called in sick from work today. But
Bro, quietly recording a video because the rapist is next door. Good start.
Let me pull up my script. This video isn't gonna be like any video I made before. Like, nothing like this has ever happened to me. I don't even know how I'm gonna format this video. Like, I'm just trying to get this done as fast as I can, because like, I'm like, this is like an emergency, but just trying to like spill my guts.
Also, I love the idea that this person is like discreetly recording this in the next room, rather than, I don't know, calling the fucking authorities, contacting the authorities in some fashion. I'm sure they're going to tell us they've already done that, hopefully, and that hasn't worked. But, like, why are you sat here quietly recording a fucking video? Call the cop, go outside on your mobile, and go, oh, hey, yeah, I've got some evidence my roommate has been grooming someone. Can I send it to you? And you have a look at it.
Off depressed people.
She is in the other room, grapes, ing the 14-year-old. Gotta be quiet, and also please ignore the cries for help.
Thank you for the super chat.
As fast as I can, so that I can be safe and so that Cindy doesn't hurt anyone else. I have a loose script here, but I'll probably ramble a lot due to how emotional I've been, so I apologize for any messy wording or anything,
Okay.
like tangents. Cindy's victim compiled a comprehensive document in the description detailing everything that Cindy did with them. In all honesty, I still don't know the extent of her actions. Like, yesterday on Twitter, I made a post being like, this was before I found out everything. I just made a post being like, hey, don't come for me because I don't blindly support Cindy just because we live together and I don't know the extent of her actions. And I said I didn't know the extent of her actions. Well, I still didn't know. Like, I didn't know there was more to this. Yeah, I can't even look at the screenshots because I know, like, I can't bear to look at them. Like, it'll make me sicker than I already have been. So I'm just gonna spare myself the gruesome details. Please educate yourselves, for my sake at least. Check the description, please. Also, I'd like to start this video by saying...
You're not even going to put them in your video? Bro, okay. This is a tragedy. Oh! Before the evidence, we've got a GoFundMe! Excellent news. There we go. Boom. My roommate, Cinebear Animation, meme creator, with 500k subscribers, was grooming a 14-year-old for 6 months behind my back. She's been taking advantage of me, her friends, and her fans, and I'm not safe here anymore. I need the funds to move out and get somewhere safe. Every single cent is appreciated, and I love you all so much. Now look, I have not even looked at the evidence provided yet. Okay? So, I can't speak to the allegation itself yet, but does this not represent like a sort of conflict of interest? Like, you're saying, oh, this person's a predator and I need to get out, give me money. That's like a massive conflict of interest. And, you know, it leads me to question your kind of motives in this, that you're immediately asking for a GoFundMe to get safe. What, are they gonna, how old are you? If you're an adult, aren't you gonna be okay? Okay, anyway. Right, let's look at these screenshots as they're not gonna fucking show them. Oh no, art with nudity, fuck! Okay, well, that's that fucked, isn't it? And how many It's 111 pages! Wow, brilliant! Love it when I see a big old fucking one with 111 pages, my favourite. Okay, let me just full cam it quick. Skim through it and see what there is. I've turned it off. I've turned it off. Okay. Inappropriate touch with minors. Right, guys, I'm going to show you what I can as I skim through. 15 years old, 15 years old, 18 years old. Beb, witty as Bobbum. I thought you said witty as bottom. Bomb and bottom. Get your mind out the gutter, Cinny. I'm too horny for my own good. Hee, Cinny, horny. I'm at church for God's sakes. Are you actually? Yes. Imagine being at church shaking my head. Yeah, I mean, this is weird. Weird kind of conversation to have as 18 with 15-year-olds. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this, I must say. Yeah, right? Andy. I think Andy's on the money here. Like, it's bad. Is it GoFundMe, I need to escape my living situation bad? Acting like there's some sort of murdering rapist or something. Establish who is trans before we draw conclusions. True. Right, let's scroll a bit further. Okay, dude, this is fucking weird shit, man. What is going on here? Poke me. Turns out my nips are pop-it fidgets, and now we're both freaking out because we don't have to pop it back out. Oh, spins them around like a fidget spinner. Why are you all touching them? Everyone in sock gang being horny on main, turning into cum sock. Cinny, you're always horny on main. Yeah, this is... Right. This is kind of like... It reminds me of Ava Chris Tyson type shit. It's just like... Yeah, sure. You know, 18, 15, 16. It's probably not the worst as it could be. But, like, it's definitely inappropriate and, you know, you shouldn't be having these kinds of interactions. Okay, let me scroll down a bit more. Oh! This is called Spoiler Over It, but I'm inserting the drawing so you can see what was under it. Okay, I think I can show this. So this is some sort of porno art thing that is being shared. I think I'm done. Shiny, spank your booty is dead. Oh, dude! What the fuck is this? Is that blood? Is that cartoon blood? Dude. What is going on, bro? This is crazy. It's Guro. Oh, yeah, I've seen Guro before. That's like where they get all chopped up and that, isn't it? Oh, dude, that's wacky as fuck, bro. This guy is a pedo. This is some high-tier pedo shit. I think it adds to it if it's Guro as well. Because it, like... It's like a degeneracy beyond just, like, the normal stuff, you know? Ah, now we got a real pedo. It's like you're displaying stuff which is, I mean, not fit for human consumption, full stop. But you're showing that to people that are minors. And it's all gory and shit. And it's all sexual gory stuff. That's fucking weird, dude. Is this person trans? Is Cinny trans? Does anyone know? I've got the suspicion they're trans. Okay, are they trans? I'm guessing. Cis. Non-binary trans. Okay. I was listening to Ponder Sprocket. Why did I get horny? How? Wow, I don't know. Cinny, this ain't you, shaking my head. Okay. So it's just like, I'll just characterize it so we don't... I'm not reading this whole thing. This is a waste of time, but they're just talking about being horny. Yeah, they're just clearly unacceptable and inappropriate conversations had with minors. Yeah. You can lewd Cinny, I don't mind. I'm of legal... Okay, this is like a porno thing. I can't show this. Okay, I get the gist. I get the gist. Is there more stuff? I mean, to be honest with you, I'm worried about what I'm going to see. So I think we'll leave that there. Yeah, I guess if you really wanted to nail it on, you'd need some sort of proof of them disregarding or ignoring the statement of age or something. But yeah. You guys seem to know a lot about this, some of you. I'm completely... Lots of people have said, oh, you should cover this. I'm like, what is it? So, okay. Anyway, let's see what this e-beggar's got to say for themselves.
I'll probably be opening emergency commission slots soon, so please keep an eye on my Twitter. If you want to help me get to a safe place, I've set up a GoFundMe. I've never done this before, so hope I'm doing it right. All expenses will go towards me moving to another place, and honestly, I don't even know where I'm gonna go. I don't know what the rest of my life is gonna be. I'm gonna talk to my family later. I highly doubt I'll be able to stay with any of them because, you know, I have nobody else. I have nowhere else to go. I have Laurel, my friend Laurel, but she's in college, and as soon as she gets out of college, she's moving to Japan, so she can't do anything. I'm fucking, like, flat broke right now. I never wanted to say, like, where I was getting my source of income publicly, because people have been getting on my ass for, like, ooh, you don't have a job, you're mooching off of Cinny, which is all an assumption. Like, nobody has any concrete evidence of that. And although I did not have a job, no, I have not been mooching off of Cinny. I have actually, like, I've helped pay rent every month. I've helped pay for groceries. I've given Cinny money for gas. I've paid for a lot of her things. Like, I have not been mooching off of her, but...
Get a job now! What is this? What, are you on benefits or something? Or, you know, I don't know what it would be, but why the elusiveness with this? Why so deceptive about explaining how you get money?
I was on SSI, Social Security benefits, because I'm too disabled to work. I've been on these benefits.
Yes, there it is! Too disabled to work! There we go, there it is, guys. There it fucking is.
Since I was 14, and when I was a minor, I actually received none of the money because it was given to my parents with the...
Too disabled to work, but would you look at that? My roommate's been outed as a groomer. Give me $10,000 now, please. Yeah, I'm guessing there's some sort of Twitter artist, right? Jesus Christ, dude. Escaping. What do you mean escaping? Like, it's not as if this person has done some sort of in real life rape. What exactly are you escaping in all of this? Like, they're a freak. They're an internet freak. Yeah, it's probably going to be uncomfortable and weird, but I don't think you need some emergency fund to escape, do you? What's their disability? Severe retardation, probably.
Intention of, like, them using it to feed me and buy me clothes, and that's just not what they did with the money. And I've been cut off from SSI, like, 4 times now, and I got, like, they've been sending my letters to my parents and my grandparents, even though...
Okay. If it's anything like the UK, to get cut off from benefits like this, normally you need to be doing something that isn't participating or engaging, because I'm imagining in the US, you probably need to demonstrate a lack of ability to work. You need to demonstrate that you're searching for work if you're able, or searching for appropriate work. Is that the case in the US? Like, you know, you need to demonstrate some aspect there. You can't just be like, oh, I'm too ill to work. Like, here's a check. Yeah, you get reevaluated. Right, yeah. Which, you know, it definitely went a bit far in the UK. Like, there was a guy that had a heart attack, apparently, that was registered as fit for work or something. It was pretty crazy for a time there. But within reason, I mean, of course, you do have to be reassessed and reevaluated. Because otherwise, you get people that will claim they're disabled, and then they'll just, you know, act like that the whole time. And it's like, no, you can actually work. So if this person is getting cut off of this benefit, I'm kind of starting to question, are you really that disabled? Or is it just that you're a bit of a fucking layabout scrounger? I don't know.
Oh, I keep telling them my address, and I've updated my address in the system, but I got no letters about what they've been doing. They just decided to cut me off randomly, and
They just decided to cut me off randomly. Yeah, okay, dude. No, there's no way. They just randomly cut you off for no reason, just for a laugh. Come on, dude. That's such bullshit. You probably have been assessed as being more fit than you truly are giving credit for here. And that's probably why you've been cut off, because you could work if you really wanted to. That would be my guess.
and I didn't find out until...
Also, oh, benefit office, or whatever it's called in the US. Hello there. Yeah, I've been cut off for benefits. Can you tell me why? Oh, thank you. Bye-bye. Make a fucking phone call, dude.
like maybe 1 or 2 months ago when rent was due, and I'm so fucked. Any amount of money is appreciated. Like I said, I'm fucking flat broke right now. $0 in my bank account. I checked earlier. $0. Also, right when I got finished recording, Cindy said this to me when I went to check Discord, so yeah.
What is this, dude? This is such a mess. I love it. I hate you. You're being a fucking jerk. I can't believe you're saying I sexually assaulted you by touching your ass and your boobs. I always asked if it was okay and you said yes. If you wanted me to stop, I would have. I know I poked you in places you didn't like, and I'm sorry I did that. What the fuck, dude? This is nuts, bro. What places?
But, like, I need
Stop.
to get out of here.
We're not reading this. What places are you getting? What, dude, this is... Okay, dude. Anyway. I didn't recognise I was making you genuinely uncomfortable. If you had a discussion with me about it, I would understand and make an effort to stop. You being an asshole. This is my first time having a friend like you. I've never felt this close to someone before, and you know I'm affectionate, and I show affection by touching and grabbing people on their arms and legs and their hair. I always asked if you're comfortable with what I'm doing, and you've always said yes. You're also framing my obsession with boy as a bad thing, when you've never had an issue with it. I don't understand you. It's like you flipped a switch, and suddenly you disagree with everything I'm doing. Why couldn't you be honest with me? I'm so fucking hurt by this. I feel like you know I can't control how I feel about boy. He makes me happy and I have a relationship with him. I don't know what I have. I wanted to talk to you about what it means, but I never had a chance to bring it up with you. Is mental health only an explanation for infatuation with fictional characters when it happens to you? I hate feeling like this. It feels like you hate me. I fucking hate being alive. I'm getting the feeling that this individual is leaving something out of her tail here. Because whilst this person could be a fucking giganonce, there's things here that make me think, is this person like presenting it accurately? It seems like there's a bit missing from this little tale, doesn't there? This GoFundMe, 10k, randomly cut off SSI. Dude, this person is not to be trusted. You hate me. I know you hate me. I want to fucking die.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
Thank you.
Are these normal-looking women or giant land whales poking each other's coochies?
Okay, dude. Well, I don't. The way you framed it's a bit rude, but I would say land whales. Anyway, I've always given you the benefit of the doubt. I've always been there for you, even when you would split at me. And when you went non-verbal and when you would lash out at me. I've always just wanted to help you. I don't understand why you're so against me when I want to get better for you. I want to be better. You can't even try to help me now that I need you.
When I went to check Discord, so yeah. But like, I need to get out of here.
Bro, how much money do you need to move? Right? Any time that I've moved in the past, it's cost me £2,000, £2,500, something like that, you know, total. So a month's rent up front as your deposit, and then, you know, a month in hand to get you going. Right? And that covers the kind of like everything you're generally going to need. Because generally you need a month's rent for your deposit, and then you pay a month up front for your first month, and then off you go, right? 10K is an absurd amount of money. I think reasonably you could probably ask for half of that. Half of that might be acceptable, depending on where you live. But 10K is nuts. That's a crazy amount of money to ask for as a moving charge. Like, that, you're fucking benefiting there. You're getting a pretty penny out of that too. Yeah, 4K. I think I'd accept 4 to 5K as an acceptable amount, where I'm like, okay, you probably do. At the very least, that's a reasonable amount to ask for. Whether you're being truthful or not, I can't say. But 10K is a lot of money.
I don't feel safe here anymore. The public needs to know this information. Like, this is a public matter, and I'm gonna be the first to voice this publicly, because if somebody else went first, everybody would go after me. And don't worry, I am like speed running this. I'm like going through this as fast as I can, just so I can get this out as quick as I can, just so everyone's educated. I don't support her, and I will never forgive her. I want this to be clear. She is never coming back from this, and I'm never going to see her the same ever again. She does not deserve her platform, and I don't think she should return to the internet. So, here's what I'm aware of. Cinny was in contact with a 14-year-old with the username Eno, and they'd been talking for 6 months. Cinny sent Eno porn, including sadomasochistic porn. She encouraged them to draw porn and would get upset when they wouldn't. She shared her sexual fantasies with them and did other things that I don't have the details of. And this was very recently. To my knowledge, she only stopped doing this 3 days ago because Eno confronted her and told her that what she was doing wasn't okay. And it's not like this is the only time. Like, she has a pattern of doing this. But, like, she promised all of us that after the Pee-wee stuff, she would stop. And I never knew how bad the Pee-wee stuff was. I just took her word for everything. But, the Pee-wee thing is, almost, like, I think it was almost a year ago now, Cinny was in contact with someone with the username Pee-wee when she was 19 and they were 17. And she did all of the same things. And, much to my disturbance, before we moved in together, the Pee-wee stuff was going on, like, as soon as we were moving in together. And I found out that Cinny had drawn a comic of me raping her in 2020.
What the fuck is this Cinny's person problem? They sound insane. This is unbelievable. I'm just scanning through the documents to see if there's anything I've missed. Of any insanity I've missed, but this is nuts.
And she sent it to Pee-wee right before we moved in together, and I don't know why she did that. I don't know why, like, the timing. I should have seen that as a red flag, but honestly, even if Cinny did something, like, really fucking evil, like explicitly evil, I still would have moved in with her at that time because nobody else would take me. Cinny has intentionally downplayed the severity of her actions to me and hid things from me. I had no idea about Eno. Like, I knew she was in contact with Eno, and I knew, like, Cinny, like, has sexual conversations with all of her friends, and I assumed that Eno was an adult, but
wonderful.
they're not.
But how do I make
I took her
money
word on
off
everything because I
people?
trusted her with my life.
Is this the future of our society? If so, we are doomed.
These people are going to be animators at Disney before you know it, okay? So beware. Thank you very much for the $10.
She has continuously befriended fans of hers and then immediately delved into sexual territory with almost all of them. She keeps doing this. She sent Pee-wee porn after they'd only been talking for a week. I'm gonna be frank. Cinny's a groomer. She's a predator. All of this behavior is predatory, and she knew what she was doing. She knew how old Eno was. She would often, like call Eno, like, oh, baby Eno, fetus Eno. Like, she fucking knew what she was doing. She acknowledged everything she did wrong with Pee-wee and said promised it would never happen again. So the fact that she could acknowledge what she did wrong in that situation goes to show that she knew exactly what she was doing this time. Another thing, she has an obsession with Boy, a character belonging to Sock.clip, who's also a minor. Sock has expressed discomfort with Cinny multiple times.
By the way, guys, I'll link this if you want to look at the document yourself. I'm just a bit worried because I said there's porno in it. Yeah, I've seen enough to say that this person is definitely some sort of insane freak. And apparently they've self-professed to doing some of this stuff, at least, this silly individual. So defend with caution if you want to defend, okay? But there's a video if you want to click on the links beneath that gives you all the evidence.
Made an effort to change anything.
Yeah, the soundtrack's fucking
she
insane.
made graphic rape comics, including Sock's characters, and sent them to people she barely knew, who then leaked them because she didn't fucking know them. Sock expressed discomfort again, and Cindy doubled down and told Sock off because she can cope however she wants, I guess. I haven't looked at the screenshots. I've only heard, like, testimony of this, but it's disturbing. She has an obsession with Boy to this very day. Before I found out about all this, Cindy actually DM'd me last night and said, oh, Boy's yelling at me, because I think she has, like, an imaginary version of him. I don't know. And I was like, why is he yelling at you? And she's like, I don't feel comfortable saying. And then I found out from someone else what she did, and she just wasn't going to tell me. Like I said, with the NO thing, I had no idea about any of this until literally, like, last night. And I cannot put my heartache into words. I'm kind of numb right now, so, like, there's not a lot of emotion in my voice, but I was up all night last night, crying my eyes out for several hours, and everything hurt. Like, this shit fucking hurts. This is worse than, like, my breakup from 2021. This is the worst kind of betrayal I've ever felt. And I'm not even the victim in this situation. Like, this isn't even about me, but... Okay, I'll be honest. She has... With me, like... Now that I'm aware of the extent of her behavior, I've been able to reframe a lot of her actions with me, and I think some of the things she did kind of bordered on sexual assault with me. I didn't know the extent of her abuse. I didn't know what she was doing behind my back. I trusted her with everything. I felt safe.
Yeah, I get the impression that, especially based on some of those messages, well, dude, it's difficult because I want to say, well, they've left some stuff out, but then Cindy said that they were poking this person in places. What does that mean exactly? They admitted in those messages to poking.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Right, this is such a crazy story, dude. So do we want to make of it?
A literal bed blob. Get a job.
Thank you for the $3. This is where the conflict of interest comes in, because it's in their interest.
Okay, that's wonderful.
To promote it as much as possible to make it sound as bad as possible.
Tanner became a
oh
member.
My god, Musty, a guy we can trusty. That is crazy. Another 20 gifted. Thank you. I very much appreciate that. Thank you so much.
No
absolute
one
legend.
became a
Thank
member.
you. Dude, Musty is popping off today. Thank you.
Happy for the first time in my life, and she turned out exactly like the people who hurt me as a child. Eno is going to be traumatized by this for the rest of their life. I don't feel fucking sick. I feel like she's going to continue to hurt people unless I come out about this as fast as possible. Touching back on Cindy's, like, sexual assault towards me, I'd like to preface this by saying this is going to get kind of graphic, so I'm sorry.
Oh, there we go.
On a daily basis, she, like, makes comments about my ass, like how big and squishy it is, and how she wants a boyfriend with an ass like mine, and she would constantly slap it and grab it. And I'm gonna be honest, I consented to this because I've never had an IRL friend before, and I didn't know what kind of touching was and wasn't okay. And, like, I also...
Wait, what? I consented to this because I don't know what kind of touching was and wasn't okay. You learned that shit when you were a kid, when you were at school. They say to you that you have sex education when you're a teenager, but before that, they say to you, these are your private areas, right? Like, you know what your private areas are and what is inappropriate to touch in that context. I had no idea what was inappropriate. What, you never went to school and you never got told what that looked like? Dude, that is such a cop-out response. I think the truth is, she probably did like some of it. Maybe some crossed the line, sure, from the sounds of it, based on the person's own thing. But, yeah, I mean, that sounds like a really weird concept. You didn't have any real-life friends. You thought them squishing and slapping your ass was normal.
Consented to her, like, touching my boobs. And, like, I guess, like, this stuff is fine because I consented to it, but there's stuff that she did that I didn't consent to. Like, she would often poke me like in the ass or like on my crotch and like make jokes about fingering me, and like I told her not to do this and I said no multiple times, and I would even like scream when she did it, but she did it even as recently as like a few nights ago, I think. I still have my doubts about like my feelings about this because like with that thing I didn't continue.
I mean, don't forget that Cindy herself in those messages admitted to that. So, I mean, I think that's pretty plausible. They've said it in a message. You know, if this person sounds like a total horny freak, so slapping the ass, you think, oh, poke a little finger in, a little cooch poke here and there. I can easily see that this person would do something like that. So yeah, I think I probably believable aspects to that part at least. And they did clarify they consented to some of it, so I don't know. Let's see.
You to say no, and I confronted Cindy about this, and she said she thought I was joking when I said no, which I have a recording of, but I'll show the recording later. I just want to talk first. Okay, I forgot this. I forgot to say this.
Oh,
I'm back.
Thank you. After this video, I'll probably switch over to my second channel. We'll do some Fallout gaming, but I will have another look at this person. I vaguely recall something about this individual, but I can't remember exactly.
In my initial recording, so I'm just adding this really quick, but Cindy asked me to sit on her face one time. Okay. And I declined. Okay, that's all. One time she wanted to find a character AI adjacent thing that let her sext with the AI, and her friends didn't give her anything, so she suggested asking her server.
Tell me what opinions have about this. This Cindy person sounds like a total freak. I mean, they're probably some sort of flavour of pedophile from the looks of it. I don't know, dude. They're like insane. Dude, that's bro. Edit in the ass-sitting accusation.
I told her she could if she wanted to, because I was under the impression that her server was like 16 plus or 18 plus, and that she was being responsible, and she fucking knew what she was doing, but
I don't know, this seems like normal behaviour to me. Spinal, I think you're trying to wind me up. But, you know, bear in mind, there is a level of, you know, like women will like look at each other's tits and shit like that. Right, guys generally, unless you're in a sort of very masculine environment.
How do I make money off depressed people?
I was playing Fallout, Gaza yesterday and the game is a scam. The city looks completely unchanged after the nuclear holocaust.
That is offensive. But thank you, Jimberly, for the $5. I appreciate it. Yeah, like as a guys, unless you're in like hyper masculine environments like the military or locker room aspect or something like that, you know, you're not getting your dicks out in front of each other, and you're certainly not doing it in a way where you're like, you know, you're welcoming another dude looking at your cock, okay? But women, like, will just be like, oh, what, you know, there's a bit of like, look at my tits type stuff that happens. It's weird, and they'll get changed in front of each other, and it's like they don't seem to care about it. Right, do you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, yeah? You ever seen women or talk to women and know of their interactions? Women are a bit weird like that sometimes, you know? Now, I don't think it's like the pussy level. But certainly, like, there's an element of, like, not caring about seeing each other naked that isn't really shared by men, unless it's a particularly masculine environment. Wait, you don't compare cocks with your boys?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed
Hey!
Here is some money since I so rarely catch a stream. Have a lovely day.
Thank you for the $5, Clingy Kiwi. Appreciate it. Anyway, so, you know, what I'm trying to get across is there's an element of behavior that women engage in that men generally don't. But this crosses a line to fucking weirdo territory. I'm not familiar with this dynamic of slapping asses and poking buttholes and coochies and stuff. That's fucking odd.
I only found out recently that I was 13 plus, and I had no idea. She started sexting with the AI on a regular basis.
This sounds like an HTML sexy game point and click novel.
Very true.
Cringe.
Thank you for the $5. Wait, so what was that?
I was 13 plus, and I had no idea. She started sexting with the AI on a regular basis, like in the room with me. One time I was cuddling with her and I was on top of her and we were watching something while she was sexting with the AI. I said something like, "Oh, your heart's beating really fast. You must be scared of whatever we're watching." And she said, "Oh no, it's for another reason." And I had to tell her to stop sexting with the AI while I was there.
You were cuddling on top of... Bro. That's... The AI thing is the most weird thing there, probably. But what are you dude? This is like such a headfuck story. I don't know if anyone involved is trans, to be clear. I'm not sure what's going on. So don't take it from me. If you guys know, please state the gender if you're aware. But I don't know anything about this.
In fact, at first I wasn't aware that was what she was doing until one point where I tried to look at her phone and she hid it from me. She's intentionally tried to cover her tracks so many times, and I'm not defending her anymore. I defended her before because I took her word for everything. I foolishly believed her about all of the lies she told, everything she was hiding from me.
Jack Lucifer, he it, 19, arrow ace plus gay, 16 plus occasional, 18 plus content. Is that real or are you winding me up? Oh. No, you're not. Yeah, that's what it says in the Twitter profile. Jack/Lucifer here, 19, arrow ace plus gay, 16 plus. But wait. This is a very feminine voice.
I knew she was messaging Enno, like I said before, but I did not know Enno's age. One time they were calling each other, like, in the living room, and I walked in, and, like, Cinny hid their DMs from me, and I asked why she hid them, and she just told me she didn't want me to see, and I kept pressing about it, but eventually I gave up, because I knew Cinny sexted, like, all of her friends, and I assumed Enno was an adult. When I found out that Enno was only 14, I got so violently sick. It took one conversation for my happy ending to just be ripped out from under me. My friendship with Cinny was all a lie. The opportunity she gave me, her saving my life. We celebrated Christmas together. We celebrated Thanksgiving together. My whole family treated her like she was part of us. Even my parents. We went on vacation with family in Seattle for 4 days very recently. We raised 2 cats together, and I don't know what's going to happen to them when I leave. Squirp loves me more than any cat has loved me before, and I know if I leave her behind, it'll crush her. Squirp has been comforting me every time she finds me crying over this. I can't leave her behind. I literally have her, like, laying on top of me right now because she knows that this is fucking me up. My grandparents paid to fly me and Cinny out to Seattle, and they don't even know her. They gave her $300 to, like, spend in Seattle, and they didn't even know her. They were so kind and generous to her, and she ended up being a predator. She fucking broke my heart. I had to talk her out of suicide recently when the first doc about her was...
This is totally off the different tangent. Commentary community is going to be eating good after TwitchCon. Just wait. Yeah, no, sure. I'm a bit, you know. I admire the optimism. It could well be. We'll see. Hopefully some, well, hopefully not. Hopefully not grapes. That'd be terrible.
Made, and I cleaned most of the apartment for her while she was at work, and I worked so hard on cleaning the apartment that I had sweat dripping down my face and just like dripping everywhere because I have a heart condition and like physical activity takes such a
I bet he has got that heart condition where it beats too fast when you stand up. What is it, POTS or something like that? Is that what it is? POTS? Is that it? Every time she performantly says it makes her sick and fake gags, I can only think of the Pet Detective scene.
big toll on me, but I did it for her because I wanted our apartment to feel like home when she got back, and I baked brownies for her with chocolate hearts and wings on them to surprise her because I loved her and I didn't want her to die. I don't want her to die. Even now, like, I don't think I can even say that I hate her. But, like, this changes everything. Our birthday is this month, and it's ruined. I haven't had a good birthday in my entire life, and I thought this was going to be the first one. But it's ruined. I'm turning 20, and I don't have a life anymore. Our friend Laurel was actually going to fly out and visit us, and we were literally just discussing plans for it right before we were told what happened. and she had to cancel. Me and Cindy were gonna make a tres leches cake and decorate it because I always had tres leches on my birthday as a kid. She stole the life she gave me away from me. She saved me, and then she broke me. I'm in Missouri with nobody to save me. I don't know anybody here. I have nobody left. Cindy wanted me to be the uncle to her kids. I wanted to have a house with her. I loved her unconditionally, and I've shown her love that I've never shown anybody else. I loved her more.
I mean, look, to be serious for a second, if even some of this is true, it probably is a freaky situation to be in. It's just so absurd to act like you need 10k to get out of this. Dude, it's obviously capitalizing on your viewership to tell a sob story to get a bunch of fucking money. Some of which maybe you could argue you need. But it's like, there's plenty of people that have these situations that don't have a fucking bell to ring on of a community to be like, oh, can I have some money, please? Oh my God, these people make me sick.
Anything. I miss the Cindy that I knew. All it took was a 5-minute conversation, and my wonderful best friend who saved my life and made me feel whole turned into a disgusting, vile creep. I miss her so bad. I wish I could just wake up from all this and go get ice cream with the real Cindy like I did every week. But that wasn't the real Cindy. It was a front she put up to keep getting away with taking advantage of people. And it hurts more than anything in the world. There are no words to describe my pain. I miss the Cindy that I loved so dearly, that I cherished, that I loved more than anything.
Give it a rest, will you?
I didn't know she was capable of this. I don't know why she fucking did this. She ruined everything. I'm not even the victim in this situation, and I want to fucking kill myself. I loved her. I miss her. Why did she turn...
I mean, to be fair, that stacks up. I think that's probably the most believable part of this whole thing.
...into this monster. I miss my Cindy. This is the worst thing that could have ever happened. I would like to make it a point that Cindy's main excuse for her behavior is her hypersexuality. And I'm hypersexual, so let's talk about this. In me and Cindy's case, we're constantly plagued by sexual thoughts and a higher than average libido. It's fucking torture. It's a result of our SA trauma, and hypersexuality is a trauma response. Not every-
Oh my God, everyone's been raped as well, of course. Everyone's been fucking raped. Well, everyone's hypersexual because they've been giga raped left, right, and center. Standard fucking shit.
Everybody experiences hypersexuality the same way, but me and Cindy do.
The reason I'm gooning so much is because I got raped, actually.
Never done anything like what Cindy has done. I would never endanger a child just to get off. People with hypersexuality are never inherently predators.
Also, what is this asexual... But dude, I lose... These people want to create absolute incoherence and act like it makes sense. I hate this shit so much, dude. I'm arrow ace, but actually I'm hypersexual. Shut up! Shut up and get a fucking job, okay? Worry about getting a job rather than coming up with a custom-built fucking description of who you are as an individual.
Cindy's predatory actions cannot be excused by hypersexuality. She's taking advantage of people who idolize her. Children who idolize her.
You will rape!
She's only been concerned with her public image for most of this, and when people talk about these things publicly, it's sickening. When the first call-out document was made, which I will also link in the description...
Yes! Oh my God, true! General Henry Mankicha. Custom build a fucking CV, not a sexuality. Yes. That is so
cared about was
based.
how it looked, not her own actions. I didn't know the extent of her actions featured in the doc because she downplayed everything and I took her word for it. I found out later that it's much worse than I thought it was. I feel so betrayed. I also have a statement from Eno, Cindy's victim. Here's what they have to say.
Hey, hello, my name is Eno. I'm happy Jack would let me have a place to speak in this video. I'm 14 years old, turning 15 next month, and I was having inappropriate conversations with the YouTuber CindyBear03, as you can probably tell at this point. All of my evidence is going to be in the document in the description. I'd rather not be putting my evidence in this video because the evidence itself...
By the way, I had a quick skim through. I mean, I think this person has got a case. I do think that there is inappropriate conversations there, so, you know, I don't really have much to say in disagreement with that basic concept, at least.
It's graphic and triggering for Jack, and it would be best if you looked at the doc yourself with precaution. All of this happened so fast, and honestly, I'm still processing everything. The reason I wanted to say something is because it felt like I owe it to everyone. Her audience, the people that she cares about, and her. I met Cynthia 6 months ago, but we only started to get close as of recently, because I made fan art for her. I've been a fan of her channel ever since I got into the animation meme community, so talking to her felt surreal, but I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't care how big her platform is, or about any of her content, or how much of a fan I was, because I don't believe in any of that stuff. Outside of YouTube, she's still a person that I decided to talk to. I don't have many friends. In fact, I only really have 2.
Bro, what the fuck is this? Why are they crying? Have they been raped as well?
So when I started to form a bond with her, I started to see her as a big sister or somebody I could look up to and tell things
Has this character been raped?
to. Because me and her have some things in common. I didn't mind the whole thing with Boy and Nightmare. I didn't mind talking to her about any of that stuff. I don't even think I've realized the severity of it until somebody else told me it was wrong. Maybe I'm just having Stockholm Syndrome of some sort, but I want to believe that she's a good person and that she never wanted to hurt me in the way that she did. She never wanted to hurt any.
That's out of their groomer's OC. What? Why would you draw that? This story is nutso. What is bro? This is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Anybody in the way that she did, because we all know that she's smarter than this. She makes videos on people like this. I'm still trying to process everything, so for the time being, I'm going to remain by her side until I know what to do with myself. I haven't been able to sleep all night because I was crying and trying to figure out what to do and how I could fix it and make everyone happy, but it's not my place to do that. She did this to herself. But honestly, I can't help but feel regret knowing that I did
Bro, this is getting out of hand, dude. What the fuck is this, bro? This is me at Queeman. Me and my son. That is really good. This is I feel insane. Has been posting these. I must say I'm a big fan. Very wholesome indeed. Also, Queeman has got the Chud non-pedo seal of approval. So, you know, I mean, to be honest, in many ways, it would be like a child of yours coming out as a pedo if it happened. I'd have to bear the brunt of that, you know. So let's hope the Queeman isn't. Watch out, Queeman. Make sure your resources are. Make sure you're not doing any funny business, okay?
something that could impact her and what this will do to her channel and the people around her. I don't know how I'm going to handle this, but I'm going to do what I have to.
Chud, there will be a response.
Hey, Evan Do Things. I got your DM. Thank you. Yes. Thank you for the $5. Yeah, my instinct on this birdie person is there's some weird shit here that isn't being disclosed. So, yeah, we'll see.
To do because this is what feels right. I'm so upset that I had to meet Laurel and Jack this way, but they are some of the sweetest and most caring people I have ever met. They are understanding and compassionate about their morals and what is right and what is wrong. Jack has developed so much as a person and it shines brighter than anything. I feel bad because I'm doing this before his and her birthday, but this was so sporadic and it happened really quickly. I think I said everything that I wanted to say, but if you guys want to message me or talk to me, my Discord's on the screen, but if I stop replying to DMs or unfriend some of you, it's probably because I got too overwhelmed or something of the sort. But, you know, goodbye. I'll stop talking now.
Hi, it's me again. To end the video, I'd like to include a recording of the conversation where I confronted Cindy. I want you to be warned, the recording includes a ton of crying and grieving and panic, so it may be emotionally distressing to hear. But I want to cover all my bases and make sure that I'm as delicate and thorough with this as I can be. So, here you go. So, I know what happened.
What do you mean?
Soph told me that it's okay. Here, I'm gonna tell you what I know, okay? Soph told me that you've been sending porn to Enno, and she told me because I deserve to know.
Uh-huh.
And you knew that Enno was 14.
Uh-huh.
I think this is very predatory. I don't support this and I don't condone this, and I noticed that you have withheld some information from me about like your behavior, because at this point it's not a mistake. Like you can't just accidentally send a 14-year-old porn.
No,
Like,
no, you can't.
you groomed them. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. What you did was grooming.
The fuck?
I can't support you in this.
I can't support it. You've been sending porno to 14-year-olds. I cannot support you in this. This is...
In what?
Just in the situation, like, your actions, like, at first, like, from the information you told me, like, I thought you were being impulsive and making dumb mistakes, but this is an intentional, repeated behavior that you have continued to do, and
Bro, this is... There, look, no, this is not mine. This is the video. We got a moist critical video on Gordon Ramsay. A child who hasn't spoken in 5 years. Yeah, of course these weirdo nonces want a bit of that action, don't they? That's 5 years of avoiding consequence, and I'm going to speak on your horrible crimes you commit against them. The microwave moms who cook their kids. The Yuri anime with toxic BL tropes. Okay, bro. These people are all degens, man.
I'm not okay with this. And this whole thing has made me realize that you have been inappropriate with me too.
Wait, how?
You know how I told you not to like poke me in the butt or like on my crotch, and
Here
you
we
still
go.
do it?
Oh, Wait, do I do it in the crotch, Ellie?
Like, I don't know, sometimes you still make jokes about like fingering me and stuff, and you asked me to sit on your face that one time. Like, that's not like that's a sexual situation that you were gonna put me in. Like, I consented to it because I didn't know what kind of touching was and wasn't okay, but now
What
that
the
I'm
fuck,
like
dude?
putting the pieces together, now that I've like stepped back and took in the whole view of the situation, you haven't been treating a lot of people right. Like, your hypersexuality can only go so far. Like, at this point, you're taking advantage of your fans, and you've taken advantage of me, and I'm gonna be honest, Cindy, I don't want to live with you anymore.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I draw a line here. I can't have you doing these things with kids. I can't live with someone who is taking advantage of children. I
I
can't.
don't want to anymore.
But you still did, and that's the issue. You can't undo this. Like, you have done this with so many people, and it's okay.
No.
Oh,
No,
it's okay.
I want to be better. I want to do better. I want to do
You
better.
can't come back from this.
I want to do better.
you're
You
fucked.
can't. You can't come back.
Nonce.
You can.
This is crazy.
It's
dude.
okay, but
No,
Sunny,
Jack, I cannot lose you.
I don't feel safe here anymore after learning what happened.
Dude.
Dude, I was fucking crying my eyes out earlier when I found out what you did.
Jack, please.
Broke my heart, Cindy, that you would do that. This hurts me too.
Jack, I'm so sorry. I don't want to do this again.
It's already been done. The damage is already done.
Jack, oh fuck. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to ever make you feel like I was taking advantage of you.
It's not about me.
I know, and I know.
When you've been doing this with them for months too, and
Dude, there's something amiss with this birdie person, this recording and stuff. I mean, this Cindy person is a totally degenerate, disgusting freak. I've got no doubt about that. But, yeah, I don't know, dude. Something's a bit off about this whole thing.
you lied to me about it.
What do you mean?
Okay, that's wonderful.
You would
But
intentionally
how do
like
I make
hide from me that you
money
guys were like
off
talking
these
about
people?
sexual
Does
stuff.
this
You never told me
audio
how old they
from
were.
I told you
Capcom is wild.
Thank you for the
We're being
$10.
hypersexual with each other. Like
Yeah, but you never told me how old they were.
I thought I did. I thought I told you.
And you said out loud that you're being hypersexual with a 14-year-old, and that was okay in your mind. When you said that out loud. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think that anymore.
Well, then why did you think that to begin with?
I
Like,
don't know. It was some sort of desperation for something familiar.
desperation?
Something familiar.
Like-
I don't want to do this anymore.
Then don't.
I won't ever again.
But
I'm making a conscious choice. I
It's
don't want
okay.
to do it ever again.
Cindy?
I stopped talking to them for a while because I felt guilty, and I knew I shouldn't have done it. And I
Cindy.
don't.
You can't come back from this. I'm
I
so
can't.
sorry.
And I'm sorry.
Also, since you stuck around till the end, I've got a little goodie for you to hopefully get some of that sour taste out of your mouth. Since September 1st, I was slaving away on a birthday animation for me and Cindy, but as soon as I found out what she did, I immediately dropped it. It was going to be like a fully rendered, like complete animation, which like I haven't done one of those in a while, and I don't want it to go to waste, so I'm going to show what I had so far. Although, I'd like to clarify first that the animation is 16 plus, just like all of my artwork, and contains suggestive themes. It's the panty and stocking transformation scene, but with me and Cindy, so like, you get it.
Is this okay?
All of my artwork is 16 plus, like I said, but I'd like to make it a point
Can I
that
watch
this
this?
animation has a suggestive nature, so you know what you're in for, because I'm not a freak, unlike Cindy. Here you go.
Oh, no, I don't like you. Wait, so this person is allegedly some sort of fucking nonce, and you want to show the artwork animation that you had? Bro, this person is fucking weird, dude. Okay, anyway, guys, it looks like this has been somewhat concluded, on the Cine side at least. Because Cine Bear released a video which said the following. I'm so sorry.
I was going to make a video talking about a recent document that was released about me, but the situation has gotten much more serious as I realize the damage that I've caused. I've been an irresponsible content creator, and I've been acting inappropriately towards my fans. This alone is enough for me to realize I need to make sweeping changes to how I conduct myself and how I interact with my fans. But the most serious thing I've done is I've groomed a minor. I became friends with a 14-year-old after I made a mental note to myself to not become friends with minors again, and I overshared with them. I shared...
I've made a mental note to not be friends with minors again. I feel like I'm in a fucking... it's like just insane shit going on right in front of me right now. What is even happening at this stage?
graphic, explicit materials with them when I shouldn't have. I groomed this child, and I knew what I was doing was wrong, and I betrayed everyone who looked up to me. I betrayed my friends. I've done the worst possible thing I could have done, and I'm suffering for my choices. I don't know if I can ever come back to my platform, and it's my own fault. I'm going to seek therapy. I'm stepping away from my social medias, and I'm going to try to figure out why I felt it was appropriate to talk to my fans this way. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want this pattern to repeat itself. I want to be better. Nothing
Yes.
I do will ever make this right. But I want to make sure it never happens again. I'm sorry to everyone I've ever made uncomfortable with my sexual content.
Thank you for the super chat.
I'm sorry to the victim I groomed. I don't want to say their name. I want to protect their identity. I'm sorry for what I've done. I'm ashamed of myself for doing this and hurting everyone. I'll be closing my Discord server. I'm shutting down my Patreon. I won't be posting my art. If I ever come back, it will be years from now. Once I've gotten better and once I've made sure that I can be responsible with the platform I've created. I feel so sorry for Jack. When he learned what I had done, he cried. And he doesn't feel safe living with me anymore. I've hurt him so much. I don't know why I did this. He doesn't want to support me anymore, and I don't blame him. But I love him so much, and it pains me that I've made him feel like this. All I ever wanted to do was help him and give him a safe environment to live in, and I failed him. I don't want to make it out like I care more about hurting Jack than hurting the victim. I'm deeply upset that I hurt the victim. But Jack is my best friend, and I can't believe how much I betrayed him. He's been hurt so much by his abusers, and he learned that I did the same thing that they did to him. I can't forgive myself for breaking his heart like that.
What does this person look like? I need to see what this person looks like, okay?
It breaks my heart to see him
What are we
so
dealing with here?
distraught. I don't want anyone to try to defend me. I don't deserve your pity. I'm not the victim here. I did this to myself. Pray for my recovery. Pray that I get better and never do this again. I'm so sorry I did this.
There we go, guys. Anyway,
Protect their identity.
yeah, I may have to take another look at this stuff tomorrow. I'm interested to see what the deal is with this other individual, this birdie person. But yeah, no, that's pretty funny. Yeah, they got 500k subs. They do like animation stuff. I mean, it's not really my thing, but is this normal? I don't know. They're all some flavour of trans. It's all very confusing. Yeah, there is no sound on it this end either.